Craig, did you really need to make your entrance like that? Jeez.
Oh,
Wow.
You just leave this in.
I really no, just leave it in. Just leave it in.
I'd be tempted to.
It's a bit chaotic, but we love chaotic.
We could just do a bloopers section at the end.
Yes, just do it.
Right,
The
ready?
chaotic start.
Right.
Okay, I'm good to go.
So, hello and welcome to the podcast. This is the Awkward Bookworms podcast, and by the name suggests we are all very awkward. So please bear with us when we're doing this podcast. So this is just like an introduction episode to what the podcast is going to be about. So basically, this podcast is going to be like just us chatting about books. We also have a monthly book club that I personally created, and that we're going to be chatting about the books that are in that. So you guys can join in with our reads. We're going to start with August's. We've already read July's book, so that's going to be our first proper one. But basically, from August onwards, you guys can join in and chat on our social medias, which are just the Awkward Bookworms on both Instagram and TikTok, about the books if you want to join along with the book club with us. We will be having special guests from the book club itself to chat about the books with us, so it should be a very fun time. Fingers crossed. Hope you guys enjoy.
Fingers crossed. Be cringy.
So, who wants to introduce themselves first? There is only three of us, so
You're already talking, so you might as well start.
I'll go first. So, my name's Tamwin, or at tamwin.books on both Instagram and TikTok. Little plug there. And on YouTube, it's Tamwin Haig, because just plug in the social medias, as you know. My favourite book currently, and probably will be for a long time, is Punk 57. If anyone's from my book talk, it's one of the only books that I like rave about, and if anyone's like, I need a book rec, it's Punk 57. Always, as long as you're over 18. Should have mentioned that. Yeah, this podcast is, some of it might be YA stuff, most of it's going to be 18 and above probable content. So, yeah. But yeah, favorite book is Punk 57. My book that got me back into reading was A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. Found it in Waterstones. It sounded good. It was YA, so I started reading it, and it was a good book. It's so the fact of creating a book talk account and posting bookish content and finding the community, which is one of the reasons we started this podcast. I think everyone can agree. It's just another platform to share books with people like ourselves. So yeah, book talk was one of the main reasons of actually getting back into reading after about 6 years of not. My current read is Kill Switch by Penelope Douglas, who is one of my favourite authors. I was buddy reading it with Danny, who's on here, but the woman read the book in 2 days. And it's already read Conclave. So, yeah. The buddy read went downhill, seeing as I'm on 220 out of 650 pages. Yeah, that's a little bit about me, bit of bookish content. Who wants to go next?
I mean, I'll go.
Go for it.
Okay. I'm Danny. I'm 19. Yay. Only just, but whatever. ACOTAR got me into reading, really. I saw it on TikTok and I was like, you know what? It sounds good. And fell in love. Obviously, because how can you not fall in love with ACOTAR? I mean, seriously? Current read, I don't really have one at the moment. I'm just kind of flicking back and forth. I'm being really bad at not reading. physical books, so just finding whatever on Kindle because it's free. Take advantage. Favourite book? Oh dear. I mean, I'll say The Wall of Winnipeg and Me just because that needs a bit more hype, personally. It was a good read. It's really long though, but I mean, it's good.
There's also
Archer's voice. Yeah.
you made me
Archer's
read
voice was amazing. Like 10 out of 10 for that. Jesus. But yeah, I mean, a lot of my content on TikTok, as you can tell by the name, which is Bucking Around, is horsey. Because I don't film a lot of stuff that's bookish, so you'll just have to bear with me. But it's fine. We love it. And it works, and this is why it's awkward. But yeah, hope you guys love this. Go on, Keris, you got this.
Okay, so I'm Keris and I'm 22. My Instagram is at readinglemon22. And by the time this is up, I'm hoping my TikTok will have the same handle by then. My favourite book, well, I'm going to go for this year, has been The Girls I've Been. It was the first book that I read properly, and I just couldn't put it down. I'm lost.
that. That is
So what got me back into reading was Book Talk. It just kept coming up on my For You page, and I just kept seeing everyone reading, and it looked really aesthetic. So I've managed to get back into it, and I'm loving it. And my current read is She Gets the Girl by Rachel Lippincott and Alison Derrick.
Oh, cute. Also, we love not having any money to spend on more books because of Book Talk. We just buy and buy and buy, and then there's nothing left. It's great.
Currently got over 50 books to read, and I've decided to get KU. So that's
Me.
I'll put it down. I'm just gonna put that out there.
I was just gonna say, because of you guys, I've now got it, and because of Tanwyn, with the Kindle, I am now looking into getting a Kindle.
Deary me. I managed to get Kindle Unlimited 6 months for half price, and I was like, all right, I'll have that then.
Kindle is really good with dyslexia. Just want to put it out there in the podcast.
Yes.
Me and Paris. I don't know if Danny, do you have it?
No, unfortunately not. I'm not cool.
So if you want dyslexic recommendations of books, because we've read them, we've got 2 people on this podcast that will send you recs. Or we can do a whole episode if people are interested.
Oh, that would be fun. Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
We want to make this as accessible for everyone. So whether you read audiobooks, Kindle books, I can't think of the other name for them.
Physical books. Yeah,
everything. Anything you read we're kind of going with the point that it's valid.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We're not on that book talk drama where people are saying audiobooks isn't reading, because personally for myself, when I was a kid, the only way I could read my favourite book was listening to audiobooks, and that's Harry Potter. I'm 20 and I'm on the 6th one finally, after loving it since being about 6.
My God.
I'm really jealous because my younger brother has bought the Slytherin collection.
No, that's Potter. What I want.
He's bought it, and I'm like,
that is everything.
I'm not about them personally. I'm more of the original, the original covers that came out.
Yeah, fair enough.
I've collected all of them, and I've got 2 first editions of them, of the original ones. And I'm like, I found one in a charity shop for £3. I was like, what?
Woo!
Which started because my books are my sister's, so the first Harry Potter book I've got is older than me. It's tattered.
Wow.
I love it.
Bit dead.
It has my heart. Yeah, I'm like the biggest Harry Potter fan ever.
Can we also say that this podcast literally started as a joke? Tanwin said something about awkward bookworms on the Discord chat, and I was like, "Oh, that would be a great name for a podcast." And then we were like, "Let's just do it," and that
I
is
remember
how
just
we became a thing.
I just remember saying, well, I'm just going to put it out there. I'm down if we're willing to actually go ahead.
I mean, it started as a joke. I just said it, and now it's actually a thing. So, yay.
I'm glad it's a thing though. It's like a good
Yeah.
a good podcast about books. Even though we already do that on FaceTime for the last 2 days in a row, but
Yeah. Fine.
if you guys want to come chat to us about the books that you're reading, or books that you think we should read, or asking for recommendations, or any episode ideas, between the episodes of the book club books, please do let us know on our TikTok or Instagram.
Yeah.
Which is basically the same handle as this podcast. Just because it'll be really helpful for one, and two, we'll love to actually like speak to the people who are listening to us. I think it'll be really cool.
Yeah.
These podcasts will be going up on a Tuesday. And we're putting them up at midnight on a Tuesday, so it means that people across the world, we don't know where you're from, either you're from the UK, US, wherever, can all get it, either when you wake up, or you go to bed, or wherever. It's just globally, like, out there.
Yeah.
Even though I don't know if they're going to go global, but, you know.
I need to
We can hope.
remember that they can't see us. And I keep, like, nodding.
Yeah,
Yes.
we're currently on FaceTime with each other on Discord. We're trialing this, so if this doesn't sound good, we're just trialing and erroring currently. Yeah, we can all
Yep.
see each other, but you can't see us.
Yeah, it's quite funny. It's quite enjoyable.
Yeah.
But this is what makes it awkward, so it's perfect.
Yeah. Just the awkward silences between.
Yeah, just a bit.
I
Whatever.
think we'll get in the flow of things.
Yeah,
The more we do it, the easier it'll
Yeah.
get.
Exactly.
We all met. How did we all met? Me and Danny met because Danny very kindly gifted me a book.
Yeah.
Which the first one
Yes.
in the Addicted series, which she's already read all of them, and I'm on the fifth one. And that's how we like became friends, and we chatted for ages. I think like a couple of months. And then Kerry's joined the book club, and then
Yeah.
this has started, and we
Yeah.
started FaceTiming, and it's like we've been friends for years, and it's amazing.
It is
Pretty
one
much,
of the things
yeah.
where we've just kind of clicked.
Yeah.
It just seems right.
Power of book.
It
Power
is
of
though,
book,
isn't
man.
it?
Yeah. Imagine if none of us got back into reading.
Yeah,
That's a
true.
weird thought.
True.
Ooh, my room wouldn't be filled with books that I haven't read yet.
I know. I mean, I've kept books in my wardrobe for years, and I'd always be like, I'm gonna get back into reading, I'm gonna do it. I went on holiday in April and I was like, I'm gonna take a book with me. I didn't touch it once. And then in May, I came across like TikTok, and that's all I've wanted to do is just sit and read. So.
At Christmas, parents got me Ready Player One because that film is my all-time favorite film. My parents got me the book because I saw it and I was like, that looks amazing. I've watched the film because the film's by Steven Spielberg, and it took us 8 years to create. It's like, it's chef's kiss. So I started reading that, and it took me like 2-3 months to read that one book.
Wow.
And then after that, I found Book Talk after like finishing that book, and I was like, Oh my god! And now I've read 50 books in 7 months. So what a year!
Wow. I'm on
I
68 books for this year. I don't know how, but it happened.
Told you being a
I
speed reader.
Yeah.
yeah, you are, aren't you?
Well, yeah. I mean,
I,
I got given like It Ends With Us for Christmas and read it in one day. Read it in like 2 hours.
I
It was
I
done.
read that in one day. It was
Yeah,
so
I
good.
couldn't put it down. No, I mean, Colleen Hoover is awesome.
That was the first book I read in 2 days, and yeah, that was. I can't remember it. I think I was a bit traumatized, so my brain blocked it out. So
Oh
I need to
yeah,
reread it.
probably.
Colin Hoover.
I sat down the one day and I had started The Silent Patient.
Oh, I want to read that.
At first I was like, it's a bit slow, and then it just got good and I couldn't put it down. And then it was like, it was so good and I did not see any of it coming. And then I was like, for the next like 24 hours, I was like, what do I read now? That was so amazing.
Yeah, I know. I always like go to
I
then start a new book, and I'm like, actually, I can't get into it because I've just read a really good one.
That was me with the Ravenhood series.
Oh, that was amazing. No,
Paris, you need to read the Ravenhood series. It's on Kindle
yeah,
Unlimited. All good. You don't need to pay for it.
My list of reads is getting longer and longer because of you both.
Ready? Well, not ready. The Ravenhood series is really good. Like the first one's excellent. The second one is emotionally damaged to the point where I now can't look at Rainy Days the same, or literally like watch anything about it without just crying. And
yeah,
then the third one's an actor. It's like a emotional roller coaster.
true that.
Kirsty's shaking her head like, no, I don't want to. I don't want to read this now.
No, I'm reading the list to try and figure out where to go. I'm trying to be prepared in my head because I keep losing track of the conversation. I
You
have
just what is the
my
word about?
memory. I I remember about the books, and then the Ravenhood, and then Colleen Hoover, and then whatever was said in between Colleen Hoover and the Ravenhood. It's gone. It has exited the brain. So
Oh well.
As long as you know to read the
Um,
Ravenhood series, we're all good.
yeah. I think we can just mention that our July book club book was The Never King. So
Yes.
episode 1 will be about The Never King, pretty much.
Yeah, episode 1 will be about the Never King. It'll basically just be our thoughts, opinions, favorite quotes.
Yep.
At the beginning of the episode, we will add what the book is about and trigger warnings. Just in case anyone doesn't want to listen about said episode because of trigger warnings. We don't want to put anyone in harm's way or anything. With future book clubs, with you guys wanting to join along, if you do, there will be a short episode. The end of the second week of that month on a Friday, where we will post a very short episode that just says what book club book we're reading, the blurb of it, and any trigger warnings and any information you guys need, so that you want to join, you can, and then you can join in the chats with us on our social medias. And if you don't, due to trigger warnings or age and things like that, you know. This book club month, we've already chosen August with the book club will be Indigo Ridge. But in the future, we're going to be sharing on our TikTok and on Instagram which books are. Well, I'm usually the one to do the wheel. So I will screen record the wheel and then show you guys the top 5 picks were, and then which one the wheel chose randomly. Because I'll explain how it works on the book club. So each person sends in 5 books. Any books from the top 5 list from the month before anyone wants to read or are very popular will get added back onto the top 5 of next month. And then any duplicates people have, I'll get added. And then it's just a random wheel, so there is no favoritism whether or not which book we read. So it's all just equal. And that's how they work. So yeah. Most of the time they're spicy, but we have been trying to add in some YA ones. And it's just basically for us guys to try.
I mean, yeah, we had a bit of a issue yesterday with finding out that someone was 14, so we were like, okay, maybe that's why she didn't enjoy it. But it worked out in the end. It's fine.
Yeah, the server, if anyone's wanting to join, that will be linked in our link tree. But it's basically 17 plus because we read Spice and we are talking about it, so we need to be adults, and at least 17 plus is reasonable age. Like, can't say for all of us. Personally, I was reading that sort of thing at a lot younger. I wouldn't talk about it with adults, so that's why we don't let anyone underage join, even if they may read it. But yeah, that's basically it. I think that a lot of us just read adult books and not YA ones.
Yeah, pretty much.
I read quite a bit of YA personally. So I have been branching out, one because of TikTok, but also I would have never picked The Nether King as a book. But I read it. You're
Okay.
right there.
It was speaking, so I was trying to not cough.
I only kind of agreed to read it because I was doing a challenge and I wanted to get the book club reward. And then I actually really enjoyed it.
You found the world of Spice. You will never go
I
back.
did.
Like, on my phone, I've got a couple of YA, got a good few YA books. I don't want to touch them because I don't think a book can be a book without spice these days. I know it can. You know, like when a book just has spice, you just think, yeah, it's really bad. But I read a lot of bully books. I've realised from Zodiac Academy, Tongue 57, and like the Devil's Night series is all basically bullying, them falling for their bully, and I'm like, yes.
Of course.
Zodiac Academy, I'm gonna start reading it when like September hits because it's like autumn reads, and the 8th book is coming out in December, and I cannot wait.
Yeah, I need to start it. I know.
There's like a certain reading order for it. So like you read the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and seventh. Then you read the Ruthless Boys, which is basically the boys' interpretation of the first one. And then before the 8th one comes out, you need to read like a whole other series called Dark Fae just to get the inside jokes up. And I'm like, I'm not doing that. I'm just gonna.
You're making
read
this
them.
sound very confusing for me.
It is confusing.
Oh
I
god.
watched these videos and I saved them so I could read it in the right order. And I'm currently just like, I just want to enjoy it. I'm just gonna read them. They are very good though. Very long, but very good. They're long chapters like Devil's Night. So
God.
this is where one of us is either not going to edit out the awkward silence, or the awkward silence is just going to stay in.
It's going to stay there. It's going to stay. It's just going to be there. That's it.
Me and Kerry started, I'm just looking at my bookshelf, started Akita because of Danning.
Yeah.
We're both on the first book. Yeah.
We need to
We need
do an episode about talking about the first book
just
because that'll
ACOTAR.
be cool.
Yeah,
Just
we'll,
ACOTAR.
right. We're gonna do an episode just solely on ACOTAR. Oh my god, me and Karis, we should buddy read the next one.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna buddy read with you. I'll read slow. Don't worry.
You're more than welcome to.
It's
Could
my
you, like,
favourite.
reading it and going, oh my god, what's happening? Isn't
Well, I
Resan
mean,
in this one? Like, we get more Resan, don't we?
I'm not saying nothing.
I
Actually, yeah.
think we will. I think we will.
We'll talk about this a bit more in the Pacific episode we do of it. But he says that. Oh no, I can't say it, can I? It'll be a spoiler.
I want to know what you're gonna say though, so we'll have to edit it out.
Spoiler warning here. If anyone.
Yes.
Right. Could we say that introductions are done?
I would say yeah.
Is there anything else we need to explain?
I don't think so.
Great.
I think
So
we're all good.
this podcast episode of introducing ourselves. We're introducing ourselves. Oh my god.
Well
My
done.
brain. Thank you. Well, what was I gonna say?
Just so everyone knows, I have just sorted out the link tree, so that's connected on our Instagram, and then you can find all of our individual TikToks and the podcast TikTok and the Discord chat.
Yes.
Yay.
Hey, if you do want to follow us, please do follow us on all of our social medias. Be much appreciated. We will be obviously on the Awkward Bookworms TikTok and Instagram, sharing when things are going live, what's going on. We'll be doing read with me's on there. I think a lot of aesthetic videos. We'll be sharing the book of the month on there. And just bookish content. So it won't just be solely on the podcast, but it'll be very podcast related. So, for example, if we're reading Indigo Ridge, one of us will maybe film a read with me, maybe go book shopping, things like that. Whoever's posted, if it's like a read with me or something, we'll probably just have their names so you know which one of us it is, because we may not show
All
our
three of
faces.
us run all three of us just run both the TikTok and the Instagram, so it is a little chaotic. You never know who you're going to talk to at the end of the day.
Like, one of us could reply, and then I think we need to remember as a team to write our names at the end so people know who we are.
Yeah.
I kind of like the anticipation of who is it? Guess who?
Who am I gonna get today?
Yeah, it's like, oh, you get this person. We can't let people work it out by the way we speak, because we all have very different.
I reckon. Yeah, definitely.
I say re and all and not a lot because I'm from Yorkshire, so.
I am from Yorkshire, but I was originally born in Wales, so all of our language.
I'm a Surrey gal.
What was the?
Oh,
Have you got Welsh?
Yeah, I'm half Welsh. If you can tell by my name.
We could, because I was telling my dad about your name, and he was like, "Where is that from?" And then I said to Mum, and she was like, "Yeah, that's Welsh." Then she was like, "Is she Welsh?" And I was like, "I don't actually know." But yeah, I was actually born in Wales and lived there. So
But south or north?
South.
I'm from the north end.
So
can't relate. Can't relate to being Welsh here.
There's us two Welsh. Welsh, I'm dyslexic, and then there's you.
And we both live in Yorkshire.
Oh god.
I'm the odd one out, and I'm the youngest. I think that's a bit rude.
Oh god.
Oh
What?
well.
We didn't know this till we started.
Oh well.
No, this is weird.
We're cool.
I think we're still getting to know each other a bit, so this is really
Oh
fun.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're literally coming along with us on our friendship as well through
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
podcast. You'll probably see like the bullying to start coming through in a minute.
Probably.
Yeah.
I don't know what you guys are, but my friendships are very much just take the piss out of them.
Yeah.
I
Definitely.
don't have any friends outside of this, so yes.
I have
And that is true.
I have friends due to uni. Kind of need to.
Fair enough.
I'm
Yeah, and I
trying
have
to
like
get more friends that have more in common with where I am at my current point in life than where I have been. If that makes sense.
yeah. My friends from uni don't like books, apart from one, but not obsessed like I am. So I have you guys to chat about books with.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, this podcast will also be about friendships because our friendship is just starting, so it's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is gonna be the end. So please do follow our social medias. Please do follow this social media, Spotify. I hope you enjoyed the episode and be ready for next week, on a Tuesday next week, where we will be sharing the Never King review. And then the week after that, we haven't planned. So that will be where you'll find out on our Instagram. We'll be posting on our Instagram about what we're filming and stuff. So yeah. Hope you guys
Yay.
have enjoyed and will stick around. Fingers crossed. Hopefully.